Hi guys! So I'm making a video to talk about divine timing today, and I made a video about how to be your higher self. And being your higher self, it's all a conscious choice to either choose to follow your heart or choose to follow your mind. So if you want to be a human being, you definitely should live in your mind. Your mind is where your ego is, your mind is where your judgment is, your mind is where your self-punishment is, your mind is where you're gonna not forgive yourself, you're gonna feel things in your mind-based decisions to resist following your heart. Following your heart is way easier than you could imagine once you get through what is the divine timing of following your head and transitioning then into following your heart and living by the divine timing and influence of your heart motivations versus your head motivations. And heart is where the love is. Head needs the heart in order to experience the love. But head is judgmental, right? Head is a lot of things that we're ascending beyond, working with those frequencies. So I want to talk about specifically about divine timing, and divine timing really intermixes with what are we ready for right now. And it's interesting because I've been really looking at my own life and exploring divine timing in my own life. And divine timing is kind of like destiny too. And it's all complex. It's not like you were meant to do that today, because you actually could have been ready to do that a year ago, but you just weren't yet because you were still working with your mind instead of following your heart. And in the end, once you're ready to transition into following your heart, it actually is you manifesting that moment or that divine time to accomplish that goal. So oftentimes we're given like, what is the life experience has certain puzzle pieces, okay? So you have the puzzle piece that says, I'm going to look like this in this lifetime. My name is going to be this in this lifetime. I'm going to have a personality that is really shy because of my biology in this lifetime. So I'm going to have to work on self-expression. I'm going to have all these little puzzle piece factors in my life, and I can go into my mind with those puzzle pieces and explore mind-based decision making, which can be turmoil for your emotional body, and then your heart and your soul and your sexual body and your communications body and all that you are. And you can choose to stay in that state of being for as long as you want, which is really kind of spiraling yourself into challenges and more challenges and hoping that life will change, or maybe you'll win the lottery, or whatever else your mind is going to insist that we could just keep it like this and just wait for something to happen, because I believe that I have a destiny for something better than this, but I just want to continue to live in my head right now. I don't want my destiny to involve me having to transition into living by my heart, because my heart is telling me to do stuff I really don't feel like doing right now. I'm telling you, divine timing is the moment when you transition from using your head and using your heart with anything that you do. And you can resist, and finally say, okay, heart, I know you've been asking me to do this for the last 5 years, and I'm just not ready yet. And I actually feel like I'm ready now. I feel like I've punished myself enough by following my head, and it's gotten me nowhere, and it's gotten me to the exact place where I knew I would end up having to make this decision anyway. And I'm just going to give in now and start working with my heart. Awesome. You just passed the lesson. You just reached that divine timing moment when your soul is ready to transition into new learning. You can get new learning a million times over in this lifetime, or you can work on the same lesson the entire life. It's your choice. So divine timing is like an infinite timeline, and you can work on one lesson for a million lifetimes. Or you could say, I want to keep following my heart. And when I follow my heart, I notice that I have access to more experiences, more self-discovery moments, more opportunities, more fruitfulness, more vitality, better choices for self-love choices, and then the list goes on and on and on and on. And when you follow your head, you can also create all kinds of difficult experiences, also part of your divine timing, because you're divinely choosing to take the hard way. And you could divinely choose to take the easy way, although our head will tell us, don't listen to your heart. It's gonna tell you to do the hardest things possible. And there's a reason why you're resisting it. You're resisting it. So I'm gonna take a moment here. I'm gonna connect with my spirit guides. Or they're just smiling at me right now about this divine timing conversation. They're sending me what are like waves of just like they're proud of me. And it's not like the massive applause in the stadium, but it's like, you got it, Abby. You finally understand now. In my human world, I really felt like I was trapped in a reality of destiny, and nothing that I did would ever change that course of action. So there's really no point of even trying anymore, because I really don't have any control over where my life goes. So I guess I'm just going to be stuck here like this, and I'll just, I guess, roll with the punches, literally. And in the process of rolling with punches, I was forced to make considerable changes because the emotional aspects of myself were disintegrating, and I was so in pain inside myself. I could be the happiest person you would ever meet, like a Robin Williams on the outside, but on the inside I was somebody else, and I was hurt inside really, really bad, and I really had a hard time breathing in this world and finding myself and being myself, and I just wanted to fit in. And it's not like I really care about fitting in. I just wanted to be appreciated in this world, and that I could do it like anybody else could do it. So how come I can't be appreciated like other people can be appreciated? The thing is I never appreciated myself for being myself. I just wanted to transition into the way the world works. And I wanted to work in that rhythm and be the best at it. And I couldn't. It wasn't for me. It wasn't my frequency. It wasn't my divine purpose. In a way, it was my divine purpose, because it taught me the hard learning that I need to be myself. And only when I am myself, I'm working in my heart, I am my higher self, and now here I am doing the craziest thing possible, which is I have a YouTube channel, I talk about all this spiritual stuff, alien experiences, and beyond that, I do psychic services, and that is not where I thought I would be 5 years ago. This is like unbelievable. This is like an unbelievable destiny, and this was not even, like, I couldn't even fathom this being real. Like, this is a make-believe dream. Like, that is not going to happen for me. That's my mind, you know? But I was drawn to following my heart because it was the only way that I could find breathability. And I had to make really hard decisions for myself. And I learned about selfishness, because I'm such a giver type that I just want to make everybody else happy. And as long as everybody else is happy, then I am happy. But that also isn't balance, because I got to be happy too inside myself, and I deserve to have you know, an expectation that people will treat me with respect too, that there's a balance between giving and receiving with everybody in this world. And if it's not in balance, then I need to move into a place where it is in balance. So that person still needs to work on that, and I'm not gonna work on that with them, because I wanna stay in the harmony of where I am right now and continue to grow in that frequency. And that's not a rude thing. That's me choosing self-love. That's me identifying where I'm at in my life. That's me honoring my soul's destiny or my journey that I choose to experience, because I choose to live in that state of balance. I could choose to not live in that state of balance, and I have a new divine timing experience, a new lesson experience. And I'm telling you, the divine timing, the destiny experiences between what you can manifest from mind-based living versus heart-based living, there's infinite numbers of potentials of people you can meet, relationships you can have, places you can work, places where you could live. There's infinite numbers of potentials. Where a lot of people would say, well, I have a soul contract and there's just 5 things on it. Hello, are you serious? It's an infinite universe, and you're freaking infinite too. There's infinite things on your soul contract. And it's not just about how many kids you're gonna have in this relationship. It's about whether you choose to wanna live in your mind or live in your heart, whether you're able to choose self-love or not self-love, whether you're able to let go of being too hard and judging yourself too much, whether you're able to let go of this or that or the other thing. It's about working on those deep things, not the superficial junk. It's the deep stuff that makes us makes us diverse and extraordinary souls. So I'm going to pause for a moment here. I'm talking to them again about where I'm at right now in this conversation. It's divinely timed, actually. I speak from my heart until I don't know what else to say. Then I connect with my spirit guides, and then I explore what their energy balance is and if they have any other ideas. And then I talk about that, and then I wait for a moment. So I'm actually in the divine moment with my heart, and my heart doesn't know what else to say right now. So I'm actually going to talk to my spirit guides. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to share a message that speaks to people's souls, that is in itself divinely timed, like a divine timing gift, that is honoring my heart and my heart's motivations, honoring so many different levels of the way that I can communicate a message to change people's lives. And it all comes from the heart. And if I get stuck in here, I'll have a piece of paper and I'm saying, okay, I want to talk about this, 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 and this today. But that isn't really me working in the rhythm of the frequencies of the moment right now. That's just me preparing something that I think is going to be effective for this moment in time. But I'm so interchanging and dynamic, I can't even keep up with who I was 30 minutes ago. I'm like constantly changing. I will tell you that today I woke up and I knew I had to make a message about divine timing, and I don't know what I'm going to say about it. I just know that this has been really popping up a lot, along with the heart-centered focus, along with being your higher self. All this stuff is really popping up right now, and I know, because I do psychic readings for people, and then I connect with a lot of people, I know that people right now, we're all going through different levels of divine timing in our own timelines and learning lessons. And some of us are resisting the transition into working in our heart, but there is a part of our destiny that says that you will move beyond this, that you will enter into a timeline where you are in balance with your heart and your higher self, and you have transitioned out of your mind. But how long that's going to take is entirely up to you. And some people are entering into it's getting way too intense, it's getting way too overwhelming. I can't breathe in this experience. I feel like this experience is killing me. I have heard this so many times, especially lately, because there's all this energy going into the planet right now, and it's been actually really, really exciting for me. It's been really motivating, overwhelmingly motivating. I have purged so much stuff out of my spiritual atmosphere, had so many self-realizing experiences, let go of all kinds of stuff, stepped into my higher self. I have made so many changes, positive transformations more like. I don't like to call it a change, I want to call it a transformation. I've been through so many awesome transformations in literally like not even 2 months, but it's just been blasting me off with so much positive energy. And I can imagine if I was enduring these energy shifts in the persona that I was 5 years ago, for instance, I would be like, why does the universe hate me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't, it would feel probably 10 times worse than maybe how it was. Anymore, I'm so happy these days. I can't even tap into that past timeline because I am not even on that timeline. I can't even resonate with how bad it really was. And it's almost like the memory of it is not, I can't even grip into the memory of it. It's almost like I don't even know who that person was because I'm different now. And so people in this moment right now, it's like, you can get through this. You really can get through this. And you have to start by just allowing yourself to breathe, step out of the mind, okay? Because you're transitioning into a divine timing that isn't about resistance. It's about welcoming the transition, welcoming that change or changes in your life, but they're transformations, they're transitions into head to heart, okay? And it's your divine time to welcome that into your life, not resist it, welcome it. It's hard to welcome it. I do know this. I do know that it is hard to welcome the transition into your heart because you're going to think about money. You're going to think about how, like, money is a huge factor with choosing to go from head to heart. It's one of the biggest, most difficult factors when transitioning to an ascended timeline. Transitioning into being your heart center instead of your mind center to being your higher self. It is actually hard. It's meant to be hard because you're ascending from a ego density, a fear-based frequency timeline into a love-based one. So it's going to require a lot of conquering yourself. And your life choices that were all mind-based, and now you got to clean up all that garbage that you were choosing from your head all these years and blaming it on heaven and destiny and all this other crap, when really it was you working in your head and making choices in your head, and that was a divine timing of all those choices and life lessons. And now you're saying, I'm sick of this. I can't keep doing this anymore. It's just breaking me down and I'm so sad and I've lost myself. Well, we're going to move that off to the side because we're going to move into the heart, okay? And you got to sometimes, when you move into the heart, you got to say, I don't have a flippin' clue why I'm making this decision right now, but Abbey says that if I trust my heart, it's going to guide me to that place I need to be in order to experience happiness and joy. Now, what has your heart been encouraging you to do for literally the last 5 years? And you just say, not yet, not yet, not yet. And ask your heart, what is it that you really want me to do right now? And stuff is going to ping up. And listen. It's going to ping up and you're going to say, I don't feel like it. That is the moment when you say, oh my God, I'm doing that thing. I'm doing that thing. I'm choosing my mind over my heart right now. I just told my heart no. Okay, so is it my divine timing to listen to my heart? Why am I not choosing to listen to my heart? Well, now I can't really complain about my life because I am not choosing to listen to my heart. And so my life is just going to continue like this. And I'm telling you, if you're ready for change, you need to transition into your heart. And it gets easier. It's going to be hard, and it could be hard for a year and 2 years and 3 years as you transition out of all those freaking life choices you made in your head. And they all stacked up and stacked up and stacked up. And now you're transitioning to making choices in your heart, and you got to clean up all that stuff. There's a lot of energy stuff in there. And you know what? Even this person that is myself, that is regularly working on myself and letting go of things, I am still working on myself. Even in a place where I feel like an ascended human being, I feel like I work from my heart. I feel a harmony. I'm here to help people be able to do this for themselves. I do energy work for people. I share psychic wisdom, whatever I can do to get that wisdom and transformative energy work done for you, so you can become stronger within yourself and start taking hold of your life from your heart. And so even me in this higher frequency place, I feel amazing. I feel unbelievably amazing. And even still, I have stuff to work on. I have stuff to work on even still, but as I continue to keep aligned with my heart, it gets so easy. There's another thing. Okay, I'm going to work on this, and I notice I'm working on it for about a week, and then there's another thing that comes up. Okay, I'm going to work on this, and then another thing comes up. Okay, I'm going to work on this. The things that have been coming up for me just the last couple of weeks, I'll just tell you guys, I am somebody who... I strive to be the best. And if I'm not the best, whatever that is, I'm really hard on myself to try harder. So I'm really like hard on myself a lot of the time. And the question is, well, what does the best actually look like? Truly. Because like I could set the bar way up here and I'll never reach it. I just never will in my entire life ever reach whatever that bar is. And I'll just keep striving for it. In the process, I'm hurting myself. Well, in order to reach that bar, you have to have trauma. You have to have misery. You have to have judgment. You have to fix your failures, you know? And I'll never reach that bar. I never will, because I'm already perfect as I am. And I am the value of myself. And that means there is no bar. There is nothing I have to reach. I can just simply be myself. So I've been exploring this a lot, and this is about judgment. Self-judgment is about my ideas about what is a failure or a success. My ideas about what is value, I explore a lot about, because I am out here on YouTube and I am sharing messages and I want to make a difference. So the more people's lives that I can touch, the more opportunity I have to make a difference in people's lives. So how can I touch more people's lives in order to reach that opportunity? So I look at what I would define then as popularity versus value. Well, they can both be the same. You can still have you know, volume of views, so to speak, and value at the same time. But I'm constantly looking at this, like obsessively trying to figure out ways to reach that bar. You know, how can I do it better? How can I do it better? And then it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. Trying harder, 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 and it's just like, nah, I'm done with that. I'm just done with that. That's old junk. That's totally old junk. But that also is part of the way I was raised, is to be the best. Be the best tennis player, best volleyball player, best at school, in AP classes, the smartest kid, get the college education, be the best at everything I do, please people, customer service, whatever you ask for, I will be there. Like totally like a subservient personality, like I want to help people, I want to make your day so awesome. But I forget about me in the process of all of this. You see, this is just energy junk that I've been carrying with me and not even realizing it. And I'm realizing it and I'm saying, oh my God, I don't have to have this. I don't have to even do this. So every time I have a little moment, it's like, nah, not today. I'm actually happy just right in this moment, right here, right now, right in this moment. How many of you do this to yourself? And I swear it's a society thing. I know it's not just me. I know it's everybody has a little bit of this in their personality. And some people might not have it at all, but I guarantee a lot of us do. And when is it going to be time for us to stop hurting ourselves in order to make ourselves better? Like, what is plastic surgery? Hurting yourself in order to look good. It's so like a superficial mind fuck situation. Like I get so traumatized thinking about how human beings torture their bodies in order to attain the bar of perfection. They'll never get there. They'll never get there. Ever. Never will. Until they just come to peace with themselves as they are. Exactly as they are. There's something about all of this that it's just like, it's time to purge and it's time to let it go. But where I am right now in my life, I have access to way more freedom in order to do this peacefully, in order to follow my heart peacefully, where if I were to try to accomplish this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been ready yet, because I still had so much baggage, so many layers of challenge and challenging people, job, lifestyle, all that stuff. I had to break down those layers one at a time until I could let all those layers go, and then I could start really focusing on my heart, because I have the freedom to do that now, where I didn't have what felt like the freedom to do that. But the only way to get to the freedom is to start working with your heart now. It's just one thing that your heart will ask you to do. And I'm telling you, if you're in a really difficult pickle in life, your heart's gonna ask you to do something and you're gonna say no. It's your choice. Your divine timing is based on when you're ready to follow your heart. And you're gonna resist it, and then 15 years later, you're gonna finally do what you should have done 15 years ago when your heart had asked you even 5 years before that. And you said, not ready, not ready, not ready, not ready. Now I'm still definitely not ready. And you're gonna keep saying that, and 15 years later, you're gonna finally be forced into that place, because your destiny is now to be this new version of yourself. So it's gonna it's gonna basically choke you to death until you're finally forced, lying on the ground, shaking because you're almost dead. And now you're finally like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I make it so hard? Why did I resist it so badly? Why did I beat myself up so much? Why did I say no, 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 no with all my freaking head? And it felt like my heart, that it was really my head all along. Because your heart will never say no to love. It will never say no to self-love. And self-love is not selfish. Self-love is honoring balance. And balance is powerful. And balance can be weird too. Not everybody understands balance in this world when it comes to divine timing, heartfelt choices. People are like, well, what got into you? You're rude or whatever. It's like, actually, I'm just chill right now. And I need to focus on this. And then when I'm done focusing on this, then I can focus on you. It's like, it's stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Divine timing says not yet. Divine timing still says not yet. So that means that I can't actually do whatever this thing is right now that involves you, because it's just simply divine timing says no. And if I try to override divine timing, then I'm actually going to feel that in my gut, and it's going to feel nasty, and I'm going to start feeling like the old human version of myself, and I can't go back to that. I just simply can't go back to that. I'm just moving forward at this frequency, and this frequency is different. This frequency is being at peace with death of a loved one. And congratulating that soul for an amazing life, while everybody else it demands sympathy, expects all this junk, needs lots and lots of love and help, and it's just like, let it go. Live in the now, man. Find your heart. Applaud that soul for a job well done. Know that soul's never left you. That's the ascended reaction to things, is seeing it differently. In ascension, you don't need sympathy. You don't need pity. You don't need somebody to forgive you for yourself. You don't need somebody to make sure that you know that you're good enough. Like, you don't need that junk. That's all old mind-based garbage learning, that you're still holding on to things and you're afraid to be yourself. You're just entirely afraid to accept other people's choices, other people's places in life, and you feel like it's just ruining your life, whatever it might be, when it's you just being afraid of being in your heart, being yourself. There's so many different versions of this story. There's so many different things I could say about this, because everybody is going through a different version. And the coolest part is your life is your soul's gift to me. Everybody on this planet, 8 billion people, 8 billion souls are living a life for me, for my soul. And my soul is living this life for your soul. Because my soul cannot live 8 billion lives right now. I need your soul to help me with this one. So I'm gonna take on the role of being this frequency, that is Abbey Normal. You're gonna take on the role of being this frequency, which is you. And 8 billion people are going to be scattered across the globe so we can harmonize the planet through what we would see as chaos, but it's actually balance. And we're all transitioning into an ascended experience. But we're all here for each other. Little do we know that we're all gifts to each other. Little do we know that's where we are. It's so cool to realize that. And my soul is so thankful that your soul is enduring this pain and suffering transition for the betterment of my soul and all the souls. Because when your soul can ascend past this challenge, it creates a ripple of energy, cosmic energy of love that we all experience. And the more souls that ascend into being heart-centered instead of mind-centered, the more the collective actually fills with that love-based energy. And now the collective actually ascends faster and faster and faster, because the wheel of destiny, the wheel of divine timing for the heart-centered timeline is speeding up more and more and more. And so we're welcoming more of that change energy to help all these souls get on the bus of ascension with the heart. You ascend with the heart, you don't ascend with the head. The head stuff, that junk, you leave behind, it transforms into something else. But we ascend with the heart, yeah? So, I don't know what else to say again. Let me see. Let me see if my heart says that this message is complete. It just feels boring right now. So that means I just have nothing else to say about this. Can you imagine talking to somebody and you're having a great conversation and suddenly like, my heart tells me that we're done with this conversation. I need to go work on something right now. You'd be like, wait, what? Wait, what? But I'm not done talking to you. You're like, no, trust me. I need to go home right now. My heart is telling me to. You'd be like, okay, okie dokie. Did I say something wrong? No, I swear to God, my heart just told me this. That is ascension right there. That does not make sense with this world, because we have expectations of manners, of how long a conversation should be, all this junk that we live by. But that actually is an ascension thing. Ascension thing is hey, I know we're supposed to talk for an hour, but for some reason, I actually feel complete at 15 minutes and I need to go do something else. That's not selfish, that's not anything. That is an ascension following my heart and being in divine timing with everything. Choice. And so I don't know why that just came to me, but I wanted to tell you that. I'm done with this conversation. That's my heart. I'm done. I'm totally done. All right, you guys. I hope you liked this message. It's a beautiful spring day right now. It's really nice out. I hope you can hear the birds chirping and the sounds of little bugs flying by. It's just really lovely out here. And I hope this scene is tranquil and healing and peaceful for you, because it is for me to experience this. So I hope all of you are doing well. If any of you want to have a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. And that's all I really have to say. So I hope you all have a super awesome, wonderful day.